Imagine surgeons performing life-saving operations with AI precision or cities designed to adapt to their residents in real time. This is human AI collaboration reshaping our world. Stick around because by the end, you'll see how this future comes alive and why it's truly AI dope.
Okay, so picture this. You're a CEO, and you need to analyze like a year's worth of sales data to predict next quarter's trends. Sounds like a pretty long project for your team, right?
Well, yeah, definitely at least a week.
At least a week. But what if you could have that analysis done in like an hour by a whole team of AI graduates, each as smart as a recent college grad,
Wow.
working for pennies? That's the reality AI Atlantis is bringing us.
Yeah, it's not even just a boost in efficiency. I think it's like a total reshuffling of the deck. PwC, a company that definitely knows a thing or two about the future of work, just invested $1 billion to train its employees in AI.
Wow.
They see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, that's a powerful signal, isn't it? $1 billion.
Yeah, that's serious.
Yeah, it's a serious commitment. So these AI graduates, are we talking about like sentient robots here?
Not quite robots, more like incredibly sophisticated software programs. But the key is they can perform tasks that used to require a college degree. And the sources we're looking at suggest that they'll be available at a fraction of the cost of human labor.
Yeah, the source actually says their salaries will be lower than what we spend on coffee. It's mind-blowing. But let's get real. If 100 billion of these AI agents enter the workforce, what happens to the 300 million jobs the report predicts will be at risk?
Yeah, it's a valid concern. And it's why this isn't just a tech discussion, you know? It's a societal one. The landscape of work is going to change dramatically. But the report also predicts the emergence of 97 million new jobs related to AI by 2025.
Okay.
So, it's not about jobs disappearing entirely, but rather a massive shift in what skills are valued.
Okay, so there's hope. But what does this shift look like? What specific skills will be in high demand in this new AI-powered world?
The ability to understand and apply AI will be like paramount. Think critically, adapt to new tools, and creatively solve problems alongside AI. Those are the skills that will set people apart in AI Atlantis. Like imagine a surgeon using AI to analyze scans in real time during surgery, or an architect using AI to design buildings that perfectly respond to their environment.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not about competing with AI. It's about collaborating with it. But I still feel like we're just scratching the surface here of what makes AI so different. What's the fundamental shift here?
It's the shift from files to flows. Traditional software is like a filing cabinet. Data is stored in static files. AI, on the other hand, is about dynamic flows of information, constantly learning and adapting. Think of it like this. Instead of memorizing a textbook, you have an AI that can understand and apply the concepts in that textbook to any situation.
Oh, so it's like having the Library of Congress in your pocket. But instead of just accessing the information, you have an AI librarian who can synthesize it for you, make connections you might never have seen, and even generate new knowledge based on what it learns.
Exactly. Remember how Tesla replaced 300,000 lines of code with a single AI model?
Yeah.
That's the power of files to flows in action. It's not just about storing data, it's about processing it in a way that's incredibly efficient and adaptable.
It's like going from a horse and buggy to a spaceship.
Hey, want our free AI dope top AI tools that we use? Chat below. It's our live Google Sheets packed with over 100 killer tools, video, music, photos, AI voices, productivity, script writing, YouTube hacks, captions, the works. Always growing. Live Google Sheet. Always free. AI, dope top AI tools that we use. Download and chat below. Back to the show.
We're talking about the ability to learn, solve problems, and even create at a pace that was unimaginable before. Tools like CompuUI are already demonstrating this, allowing users to create complex images and animations with just a few prompts. It's like having the power of a Hollywood studio at your fingertips.
That's amazing. But if we can create at the speed of thought, are we at risk of being overwhelmed by this like torrent of information and creation? How do we even keep up?
That's where understanding how AI thinks becomes crucial. Remember Kahneman's System 1 and System 2 thinking?
Yeah.
System 1 is fast, intuitive, and emotional, while System 2 is slow, deliberate, and logical. AI is starting to exhibit both.
So we need to learn to work with both of those systems within AI. That sounds like a whole new way of thinking and learning.
It is, and it's going to require us to be more adaptable, more curious, and more willing to embrace the unknown than ever before. It's like we're standing at the edge of this vast, uncharted ocean of, knowledge and possibility. But how do we navigate this new world? How do we make sure that AI at Atlantis is a place of prosperity and progress for everyone, not just a select few?
That's the big question, isn't it? The source material talks about this crucial choice we face: open collaborative development of AI, or control by a handful of digital barons. That sounds like a plot straight out of a cyberpunk novel.
Oh yeah, and the stakes are just as high.
Right.
You know, if a small group controls this incredibly powerful technology, could exacerbate inequalities, limit access, and even stifle innovation. Imagine a world where only the wealthy can afford AI-powered healthcare or education.
Right.
Or a world where governments use AI for like mass surveillance and control.
That's a chilling thought. So what's the alternative? What does democratizing AI actually look like in practice?
It means ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to benefit from and contribute to AI's development. Think open source platforms where anyone can access and modify AI models, fostering transparency and collaboration. Imagine a global community of developers, researchers, and entrepreneurs, all working together to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
That sounds amazing. But how do we get there from here? There are so many different stakeholders with competing interests. How do we ensure that ethical considerations are at the forefront of AI development?
It's a multifaceted challenge for sure, requiring a combination of education regulation and even a fundamental shift in how we think about AI's role in society. For starters, AI education needs to be accessible to everyone, not just tech elites. We need to empower people to understand how these systems work, their limitations, and their potential impact.
So it's about making AI literacy as essential as reading and writing in the 21st century.
Exactly. And along with education, we need strong ethical guidelines and regulations, not to stifle innovation, of course, but to ensure that AI is developed and deployed responsibly. Imagine international agreements on the use of AI in warfare, or regulations that prevent biased algorithms from perpetuating discrimination.
That makes sense. We wouldn't let pharmaceutical companies release new drugs without rigorous testing and oversight.
Yeah.
AI is arguably even more powerful, so it needs similar safeguards.
Absolutely. But regulation alone isn't enough. We need to rethink our economic models. If AI is going to automate potentially millions of jobs, how do we ensure that people aren't left behind? How do we create a society where everyone can thrive in this new landscape?
It's a daunting task, but, we faced similar challenges before. During previous technological revolutions, the Industrial Revolution, for example, led to massive social and economic upheaval, but it also paved the way for incredible progress.
Exactly. We need to learn from the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. Perhaps we explore universal basic income to provide a safety net for displaced workers. Or maybe we focus on fostering entrepreneurship and creating new industries that really leverage AI's power.
It's about adapting and evolving as a society, not just as individuals. And it requires a willingness to challenge our assumptions and embrace new ways of thinking. But even with all these safeguards and adaptations, there's still a part of me that worries about the potential downsides. What about the centaurs that the source mentioned? These human-AI hybrids. Could that blur the lines between human and machine in unsettling ways?
Yeah, it's a fascinating concept, but it also raises some pretty profound questions. If we're merging our minds with machines, what does that mean for our identity, our autonomy, our humanity?
It's a question philosophers have been grappling with for centuries, and AI is really forcing us to confront it in a very real way. But you know the Centaur concept. It isn't about replacing humans with machines. It's about augmenting our capabilities, extending our reach, and achieving things we could never do alone. So instead of fearing this merger, we should see it as an opportunity to, evolve, to become something more than we are today.
Exactly. Think of the possibilities in fields like medicine, where surgeons could perform these incredibly complex procedures with AI assistance.
Wow.
Or in space exploration, where human AI teams could venture further into the cosmos than ever before.
That's an exciting vision of the future, but it also requires a lot of trust. Trust in the AI itself, trust in the people developing it, and trust in our own ability to adapt and evolve alongside this technology.
Trust is absolutely essential, and that's why democratizing AI is so crucial. The more people that are involved in shaping this technology, the more likely it is to reflect our shared values and aspirations. It's about collective intelligence, not just artificial intelligence.
But how do we build that trust?
Yeah.
How do we ensure that AI is used for good, not for harm? That it benefits all of humanity, not just a select few?
Well, it starts with education, as we've discussed. We need to empower people with the knowledge and skills to understand and engage with AI. We need to foster critical thinking and ethical decision-making around this technology. And we need to create a culture of transparency and accountability, where the development and deployment of AI are subject to public scrutiny and debate.
It sounds like a tall order,
Yeah.
but also an incredibly important one. If AI is going to shape the future of humanity, then all of humanity should have a say in shaping AI.
I couldn't agree more. This isn't just about technological progress, it's about human progress. It's about using our ingenuity and our collective wisdom to create a world where everyone can thrive in this new era of AI.
So as we stand on the brink of AI Atlantis, what's the one message you want our listeners to take away from this deep dive?
The message is simple. AI is a powerful tool, but it's a tool that needs to be wielded with care, with foresight, and with a deep understanding of its potential impact on humanity. The future is not preordained. It's a future we're creating together. One line of code, one ethical decision, one collaborative effort at a time.
And if you want another AI dope deep dive, check this next video and ask yourself, how lucky are we to live in these AI dope times?